I'm Dean Galusha and welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. Well, we're going to be shooting that Wrangler, the Ruger Wrangler today. You know, I told you before when I introduced you to it that we were going to take it out and shoot it. I've already fired a few rounds with it and have had to do a little bit of adjusting, and hopefully when I shoot it on camera it's going to land where I want it, and we'll be talking about that later on towards the end. Again, this is a Ruger Wrangler long rifle, 22 long rifle. And we're going to be shooting some Remington golden bullets, they call them. And I had quite a few of those left over, or actually just a few of them, and I thought, well, we'll shoot those up today and we'll see how it works. And I'm going to fire hopefully about 18 rounds with it. And at each of the qualifying lines, I always call them, because that's what you use for your CCW, 5, 7, and 10 yards. And that will be what we're going to see how this is, because this is a shorter barrel. I mean, 4.62 inches this barrel is. It weighs about 30 ounces, like I told you in the first video. But instead of talking a lot about this, let's start shooting. Well, we're going to shoot it at 5 yards to start, as I said, and we'll see how it works. Now back to 7. Well, I'm loaded and ready at 7. I found out I didn't count the 6 because I only fired 5 rounds, but we'll try here at 7 yards now. Alright, come back to 10 and we'll see how it's going. Now you're sitting right here at 10 yards like I told you before, so we're going to give this a try. So far, doesn't seem like it's doing too bad, but I'm having to do a little correction, and I'll tell you about that a little bit. Alright, we'll take a look at her and talk a little bit about it, see how we do. I'll get my shooting glasses off here first. That's what we did. You've seen it up close. This is the first time I'm looking at it really good. I'm actually pretty happy with what I am. I mean, these are the first rounds I've shot. Well, I only shot 17 because, as I told you, I miscounted on the one. Got a few rounds left. I'm probably going to fire those too. But as far as what we're doing here, I mean, I got a lot of them just dead center right here. And I think I put some of those in there at the 5 yard and 7 yard. I presume in the 10 I was hitting some. I got a couple way up here. And I'll tell you what I'm doing with this. It's as most of the old Western revolvers, they're not set up so that you got good windage and elevation. So what I'm doing, and I'll show you this hopefully on camera here. Okay. Can you, yeah, you can see the post. Okay, the post up here, I'm taking more of that post. I'm having to raise it up. If I fire that where you should, where it comes right down into here, no, it's just not doing it. It's actually shooting a little low. So I'm bringing up, using more post, and I'm also moving it over. I'm having to readjust my windage and elevation. So actually I'm firing this over this way and up this way. I'm having to move it, and that's what you got to do. That's why I shot that prior to this. And I'll tell you, the targets that are the one target that I fired at the first rounds, and actually this gun is not broken in until we fire at least, I say, 200 rounds. Some people like to say 300 to 500. True, it'll be broken in more, and by the time you hit 500, she ought to be really shooting the way you want it. But this one, for the first, 36 rounds around, just right around that deal, that's really not all that bad, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 of this, so half and half, I guess you would say. About half the rounds fell right within that 2-inch middle, and I was readjusting again. And as I readjust even more, I know if I was plinking, if this was a metal plate, because most of your metal plates are about like this, I'd have hit every round on it but that one, and I still don't know why I fired those that high. But as far as a revolver, I would say this is really a nice Western revolver. And I'll tell you one of the things I like about it. Some of them are kind of small in here. Now I've not got a big hand. I've got a small hand. Some of them are actually too small, but this one, you got a good grip to it. You can shoot it, you know, one hand, two hands. I was doing two-handed shooting, by the way. For one reason is I'm having a lot of problems in my bicep and tendons in here, so I'm having to support my arm anymore with this arm. And so that's one of the things I've got that's going against me. But if you're like in a cowboy competition where you're shooting one-handed, I would not at all be afraid to do that. In fact, just for the heck of it, why don't we shoot again one-handed and see just what happens. So we'll just shoot at that one again. Give it a go. Okay, this is going to be interesting. One-handed. I'll see. I figure 6 rounds. My bicep ought to hold out that long, I hope. Hopefully doctor don't say, "What did you do?" Well, we'll find out. Get my hearing protection on here, and then we'll give it a try. Guess that's it. So I'm gonna go down and take a look, see what I did. I think I did fire one low the way it looked. We'll find out. You've seen it already, I haven't. Well, all I can say is if I'd have been hitting steel, I'd have been hitting it, because there would have been my 8-inch target there, and I hit most of the rounds actually within this 4-inch area, and one-handed, and towards the end, I'll guarantee you this arm was shaking. So if you got yourself a good arm and you can one-hand it, I'd say this thing's good. But you can see I'm shaking right now with it. The tendons just got too much. So shooting this side, I don't know how I'd do. Not gonna try it, not now. Maybe we'll do that another time. But as far as a revolver, I've kind of fallen in love with this thing already for a Western revolver. It reminds me of the Ace in the Hole, especially black, and they're available in 3 colors, and I told you about that in the other one. You got them in, I think they call it bronze or brass, something like that, and then there's silver, and then there's a black. I'd rather have the black. To me, that's the old Western style. It's, you know, this thing would really match up good with my Henry Evil Roy. It'd be a real good matchup as far as I'm concerned. Great with that thing for a Westerns type shooting deal. And I got myself a nice holster, which I showed in the other video, and I've got a gun belt coming in to go with that thing. So this one ought to work out real good. I'm happy with the gun. Ruger, you got one heck of a little pistol here, and the price point on it really isn't all that bad. Retail of $249, and I'll guarantee you can find them a lot cheaper. I've already seen them on sale for $150, so, you know, yeah. Get yourself one of these little Ruger. If you want a Western type revolver, a Ruger Wrangler, she's top quality. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.